Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Comedy in Place. It is the comedy show that comes to you from my office right here in my home in Southern California. My name is Don McMillan. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you're doing well. I really do. Today's show, you can see, is starting differently. I'm not starting with a clip from a live show with a real audience as I usually do because the clips I'm going to share today are from a virtual show that I did and I need to be set up a little bit. So I'm going to show you today's show what I've been doing for the last 6 months. What have you been doing there? I've actually been doing a lot of shows, all virtual, and mostly corporate shows. I've been doing meetings, conferences, and that kind of stuff. And this one that I'm going to show you clips from is from my new good friends at Kentik. And what does Kentik do? They do network analytics for network operators, helping them make their networks run better. And they had a happy hour and a social hour at this big conference called NANOG 80, which, what is NANOG, you're asking me? NANOG. It sounds like, Mork from Ork, right? NANOG. That's what I thought of right away. But NANOG stands for North American Network Operators Group. And for me, this was a dream gig. These were the nerdiest of the nerds. These are the folks, really amazing, that run the networks that when we interconnect them, and that's why they have to work together, become the internet. These are the people that give us the internet. So they are uber nerdy, super nerdy. And like a scale of 1 to 10, they're an 11, okay? They're a spinal tap of nerds and network people. And it was, for me, I couldn't get too nerdy. I wrote jokes that I didn't even understand. They laughed, and I didn't even understand why they were laughing, but I wrote the joke anyway. So I'm going to share that. So let's go to the first clip. The first one, so I went to the NANOG page, the North American Network Operators Group page, and I saw the session titles, and I asked myself, what if I didn't know what was going on here? I didn't know what NANOG was. I wandered in, and I saw the session titles of the breakout sessions, and I thought, what is this? What is NANOG about? What would I think is? So that's what this bit is called. It's basically my favorite sessions. What could this be if I didn't know what NANOG was? I just read the titles, so here we go. Please, from Kentuk's NANOG 80 Happy Hour, my favorite sessions. What if I had knew nothing about NANOG and I just kind of wandered across the agenda and I looked at the different titles? What would I think was going on at this NANOG thing? NANOG, that sounds like some kind of weird milk product. Hey, give me some more of that Christmas NANOG. I mean, what is NANOG? The people have no idea what NANOG is. So the first one, starting a telephone company in 2009, or how I built my first fiber to my neighbors, to me sounds like the fiber is what caught me, is keeping the neighbors regular. How to keep the neighbors regular? Add some fiber. So that's how this bit works. Got it? Okay, we've established the algorithm. This sounded like an 80s sitcom to me. I don't know what's really good. 80s sitcom. Growing Up with NANOG. Oh, I love that show. That was a great show. Growing Up with NANOG. This sounds like a weather conference. Lightning talks. Ooh. Followed several seconds later by Thunder talks. depending on how far away it is. You can count. Ooh. Experiences multi-layer network modeling. Well, I just pictured, it sounded like a fashion show. There's your network, there's your model. That's, now he's showing off. By the way, he's got 4 shirts on. He's multi-layered. It's hard to tell. AS Pathfinder. If there is no rose without a thorn. Now, my wife was watching The Bachelor the other night. That sounds like The Bachelor to me. Will you be part of my network? Accept my rose. Yeah, okay, maybe not. And then finally, finding and profiling BGP serial hijackers. Sounds like an episode of Criminal Minds. Oh, I have one more, by the way. Serial hijackers. No, this is the last one. The day I broke all the treadmills. That sounds like a Weight Watchers meeting. I don't know about you guys, but I love that talk title, by the way. I would go to that talk. That's a great talk. I don't even know what that's about, but I would show up when I want to hear. Yes, The Day I Broke All the Treadmills. That is a great title. Really, I have no idea what it has to do with network operators or networking, but I would go to that session. I have no idea. That's a great title. Whoever titled that, way to go. That is a great title. Now, this next live clip from my virtual show, and it will be the last one in this show, so stick around. I need to set this one up, too. This is a bit I do for a lot of companies, a lot of meetings, a lot of virtual meetings, where I take terms. I call this time-release comedy, because I take the terminology, the words that they use, and I attach jokes to those words. So next time they use that word in a conversation with a colleague, they'll think of my joke when they're using that word, and for this group, for Kentik and NANOG 80, it's stuff like, SQL, SSL, Border Gateway Protocol, those kinds of networking terms. Next time they hear that word, they'll be talking to somebody, and they'll think of my joke, and they'll go, oh, God, that's a good one, Border Gateway Protocol. And people go, why are you laughing? Well, why are you laughing? So it's a little humor in their future. So like I said, for this group, I got uber nerdy. A couple of these jokes I don't even get, but they got them. And hopefully it'll be a laugh in their future. So stick around. Here comes your last live clip in today's show. In the meantime, keep laughing, stay healthy. And here comes Kentik, NANOG 80's time release comedy. Virtual server. That, of course, is a waiter that you never see. Oh, we have a virtual server. I've been to many of those restaurants. We have a virtual server. SQL or SQL. That's the word sequel after a major vowel movement. That's SQL. All the vowels are gone. I just like vowel movement, I think. Vowel movement. NANOG, of course. The greetings from network operators on the planet Orc. NANOG. Stupid. That's all I could think of. Well, I could do this. SANOG, which is NANOG's arch enemy, the South American Network Operators Group. Actually, I looked this up, and it's actually a South Asian, but they wouldn't be your nemesis. So I like to try to say technically accurate, but that one, it was better that way. So SSL, secure socket layer. I know that. Secure socket layer, or the bone that keeps your eyeball from popping out. That's right there. That's my secure socket layer. Right there. My SS. I have an SSL. Border Gateway Protocol. That's what I thought about a lot. And I just said, see immigration. I'm not a political guy, so I'm not going any further than that. That's all. Sounds like an immigration problem to me. I'm staying away from it. XML, extensible markup language, or extra medium large. The new discovered size between medium and large. It's XML. I'm an XML now. That's extra medium large. Extra. Chief Information Officer. There's probably some of those out there. I'm just guessing. Chief Information Officer. This is too true, by the way. That is a person who's responsible for all the information, but actually knows none of it. None of it. Zero. Voice over IP. My favorite term, only because they don't say VoIP. They always say voice over IP. Voice over IP, which to me, voice over IP sounds like talking on the cell phone while in your bathroom. Voice over IP. You got to picture it. You got to picture some guy, Bluetooth headset, standing in your own. Hey, Bob, how you doing? No, I'm free to talk. No, you're not. You're peeing. Get off the phone. Come on. Let me conference in Charlie. He's right next to me. No, don't have a conference call in the bathroom. Waterfall. What waterfall? I don't know what you're talking about. IP address, which of course is the location of your bathroom. That's your IP address. I don't normally use that joke, but for you guys, I got to pull that joke out. That's one that will hit with this group. I next time you see the word IP address, you will laugh. I promise.